Hi, this is Kelly, your certified health coach.
And this is Scarlett, your life coach here in the Valley of the Sun. Welcome to very muy warm, hot in Arizona.
And humid.
And humid, a little humid, a little bit. But I'm glad for that,
Yeah, because it brought us rain.
It did,
Yeah.
and we needed that.
Oh, for
we needed
sure.
that a lot. A lot. How things going?
Good.
Yeah?
Busy.
Good.
You?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I'm like super good. Just feeling really good. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. It's July.
Yeah.
And it was just 4th of July. So, I always get into like this little patriotic mood.
Uh-huh.
And remember when I went to Ajo? I loved that place. Oh my gosh. And I just really fell in love with like Isabella Greenway and her house out there and her story, and it got me thinking. And I started like looking into more women who have shaped Arizona. Because there have been some amazing women.
You sure have.
And the things I have uncovered. And I don't want to go too much into it because I love surprises. So I'm not going to like totally go into it. But I did want to bring up some stuff. I want to bring up some stuff.
Cool.
Ever hear of Nellie Bush?
No.
Nellie Bush. Let me tell you, this woman, in researching these women, I really got a little intimidated.
They were pretty strong women.
Holy cow.
It's like they weren't afraid of anything.
Of anything.
Yeah.
Of anything. And I know, it seems kind of funny. Like now we're like, oh, look at these women. Oh, they're so strong. They were nothing.
No.
Compared to the badassery I have uncovered.
Right. Those
Nothing.
pioneer women were amazing.
These women now, it's like, stop it. Stop it.
Right.
Stop it. Nellie Bush, she ain't from around here.
No.
No. She was from Missouri. And this was like, kind of way back when. She was born in like 1888. A little bit of ways ago, in Missouri. But she was like 5 years old. Her family moved out here because her daddy had a some ailment. It was like a respiratory ailment. Everybody comes out to the dry heat for those respiratory ailments. Think Doc Holliday, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I don't know for sure, but it's so like 1893 or so, they moved over to the Phoenix area, kind of like East Phoenix, kind of toward Mesa. They had some family out there living in the dirt. Okay, so here's the thing. They lived in a tent. In a tent. Like homeless people.
Yeah.
They lived in a tent. They did what they had to do.
Yep.
Okay, so they lived in a tent. And do you know what this woman did? Now, I don't know. I guess this was a thing, okay? I guess it was a thing. So that she could buy clothes to go to school, she shelled nuts. Now, it wasn't until like the late 1890s that there was even a machine that would shell nuts. So I guess shelling nuts was a thing. You needed that done. And, of course, people don't really think about nuts in Arizona. Well, we got a lot of nuts, but but we have like, pinyon nuts and things like that really do grow here a lot. And she shelled them nuts to pay for school clothes. Elementary school, this child did this.
Wow. Yeah.
I look at my kids in elementary school. I mean, I was lucky if they put their pants on right.
Right.
Of course, they were boys, Nothing against boys. But, I mean, this is this little girl. She's like, hey, you know what? If I want something, guess who has to do it?
Right.
I'm going to have to do it. And so she did, which I think is absolutely amazing. Living in a tent, a little girl, shelling nuts so that she could buy clothes for elementary school.
Mm-hmm. They did what they had to do.
Now, you and I always talk a lot about, when we talk about our relationship episodes and stuff, and we've talked about, like, how did people know when they met?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She met her husband in elementary school.
Wow.
They were married till he died.
Wow.
She met her husband in elementary school.
That's amazing.
Probably because he liked them clothes she bought from shelling nuts, right?
Right.
It's like, dang, that little girl look good.
In her long prairie dress.
Right? Where do you get them clothes? How you do that? Yeah, that's shelled nuts. But this little girl, she was pretty determined little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she was determined to get an education. Now, I don't know about you, but NAU used to be called something normal school. I guess college was like normal. I don't know. I don't know. But so down here, she went to the, was it Tempe Normal School? Which is now what we know as ASU.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a normal school. And now it's just very abnormal. But, yeah. So, in order to do this girl, the gumption that she had. This girl milked cows. She plowed fields. She worked in a laundry facility in order to get herself through school.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm exhausted already.
Right. I wish my kids would learn that.
And she hasn't even graduated college, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh. Excuse me. So, she did this to get her, she became a teacher. I gotta take a drink of water here. 1908, she becomes a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. Becomes a teacher and was teaching in Glendale. She's living in this little hotel room in Glendale. She takes a trolley, because I guess back then they had trolleys, from Glendale to Phoenix. And all the while that she's doing this, Bob, her hubby, they're not married quite yet, he's the trolley driver. Oh, so he takes her back home on weekends, right? It's who you know.
That's right.
He takes her home on weekends so she can stay with her folks, and then she comes back out during the week to do her teaching and stuff in Glendale. And so 4 years after that started, they did finally get married. So what do? They move west out to Parker, Arizona. You been to Parker?
Nope.
There's not a whole lot out in Parker. I mean, I guess there is now. There is and there isn't. It's I don't know. Personally, I don't think I could do it.
It's a transient town.
It is a transient town, especially over holiday weekends.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I love water, love living on water. But on those weekends, people, they take their boats out there. Why? You can't go fast.
You can't go anywhere. Yeah.
You're stuck. It's just, to me, it's just craziness. I don't think I could do it. But they lived on a riverboat in Parker.
Oh.
And her hubby bought a ferry. And he ran the ferry boat. Well, she's like, I gotta run the ferry boat. So she gets her ferry boat license. You gotta have a ferry boat license.
Okay.
You gotta have a ferry boat license. She had a baby, a little boy. And this, now, out there on the river, this is crossing the Colorado River, and it's it's the river. Water is amazing, and it's strong, and it'll kick your ass if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
And sometimes the waves would get 8 feet.
Yeah.
Surf is up, and she would pray you know, because she'd have her baby in the pilot house of this ferry boat. And she would pray, please, God, please don't let anything happen to the baby. I promise you, if you get me through this, I will not put him back on this ferry boat. And of course, everything would be fine. She'd get back on land, and then of course she would forget. As we do, right? It's like, please, God, please, I promise I'll never do it again. And then what do? We do it again.
Yeah.
And so she'd put the baby on, and off they'd go. And as the kid got older, you know, she loved the fact that she was able to have a good relationship with him. So this woman, oh my God, she goes to school. So she starts doing a correspondence course for law school.
Wow.
And then she's like, oh, I really need to go to school. So while hubby is, you know, doing the job and running the ferry, she takes this little boy with her to Tucson, enrolls him in elementary school while she goes to school during the week.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She passes the bar exam, becomes an attorney.
Wow.
Well, as the boy is growing up, you know, he's getting other interests. He likes airplanes. He wants to get his pilot's license. So she's like, well, I want to have this in common with him. I better get my pilot's license. So she gets a pilot's license.
Of course she does.
Of course
Why
she
wouldn't
does.
she?
Right? Because, you know, she's got nothing else to do.
Right.
So, she went back to Parker, and she became the Justice of the Peace. She was also a coroner. Okay.
That's different.
Yeah, let me let me list this off, okay? She ran and won a seat she became an Arizona state legislator. Okay, so here she was, Arizona state legislator, Justice of the Peace, a teacher, a ferry boat pilot, an airplane pilot, a coroner. She was a streetcar conductor, and she was a school principal.
Wow.
Because, you know, the woman obviously had, you know, more time than she knew what to do with.
Apparently.
She had to fill these empty hours with... Anywho, so she was a city attorney for the city of Parker. In 1927, she was the first woman to chair the Judiciary Committee. And then, California said, we need water. We need electricity. So we, and granted, okay, as Arizonans, do we or do we not kind of have this, like, ownership of the Colorado River?
Totally.
Okay? Now, I don't know if it's because we have a canyon that it carved. We do feel ownership.
Yep.
It's like the river's ours, and California starts at that western bank.
Yeah, exactly.
When actually, the border is in the middle.
Right.
No. You know, no. This is our river. So, the governor found out that, somebody said something about a dam being built. So he sent the National Guard. He sent 6 members of the National Guard on a ferry to go check this out. Who do you think was driving that ferry?
Of course, her husband. Of course.
No, Nellie Bush was driving that ferry.
Nellie was driving it, huh?
Nellie was driving that ferry.
Good for her.
And she took those boys up there and said, son bitch, they're building a dam. Not only that, they're on the Arizona side building this dam. Did they ask? Did they say, excuse us, kind sir, excuse me, please, we would like to come to Arizona to build a dam, block off this wonderful river here. And, yeah, the governor said, no. And just to reiterate that, no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a lot of National Guard on this ferry, and we'll discuss. So bless her little heart, She's going to take these boys up there. The governor even called her the Admiral of Arizona's Navy.
Oh, that's funny.
She was the Admiral of the Arizona Navy. And so they get there and they're like, okay, time out, King's X, nope, we'll stop. Arizona said, damn straight you're going to stop. Shame on you, California. California's like, you know what? We're going to do this all legal-like. We're going to take you to court. We're going to the Supreme Court. It's going all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said, California, shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
You did not ask permission. And Arizona said, no, it's okay, Supreme Court. We're going to let them. However, we're going to let them in exchange for you to okay it when we decide to do our Gila River irrigation. So Supreme Court said, okay. But this woman was very integral to this.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I mean, just fearless.
Obviously.
Okay, I wouldn't drive that ferry.
No,
first
me
off.
neither.
I might drive it on a nice day.
Yeah.
But believe me, if I was praying to God to get me through these 8-foot swells,
Mm-hmm.
you better believe it. I'm gonna keep that promise to him.
Right.
I would not get back in that boat.
No.
No, it's not gonna happen.
That's not my thing.
It's not gonna happen. But the fact that she was like, you know what, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do it. And with a child.
Yeah, that's amazing.
With a child, because he was working. Okay, whatever. He was working. She was working too, but she was doing it with a baby.
Yep.
He couldn't have handled that. He
Right.
could not have handled it.
Right.
No offense. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
Not very often.
Right. You're
I couldn't have
absolutely
done
right. Yeah, I don't think I could have either. I always say that I'm a strong person, but I don't think I could live in
You
Pioneer
are a
Days.
strong person. You're a very strong person. And you are a resourceful person.
Mm-hmm.
You're resourceful.
But living in pioneer times, I don't know if I could do it.
I couldn't do it. I don't think I could. First off, hello, there was no air conditioning.
Right.
Okay,
exactly.
you know how hot. Yeah, we know how hot. And yes, it is a little bit cooler on the water, but it is still blistering hot.
Well, Parker and Lake Havasu, they have some of the hottest temperatures in the state.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So here you are, and yes, you're on the water, whatever. It's still friggin' hot.
It's hot.
And she's like getting wind blown, and the sun is reflecting off the water. That woman's skin must have been. I hate to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Oh my God. What was she using for?
Right.
It's like she had to protect herself. How? I don't know. Yeah, it just amazes me. Lived in a tent, first off. Gets here to Phoenix and lives in a tent.
In Phoenix.
Shells nuts to buy clothes because she knew that, her daddy couldn't work. He was very sick. And her mama had to do whatever she could, which, wasn't much back then.
Right.
So she says, I'm just going to do it. And I don't know.
These women that are coming out now, these young women who they're pioneers in
Right.
politics and pioneers and all this other stuff. It's like, you don't know diddly.
No, you have no idea who came before you.
Right.
You have no
women,
idea.
these women set the precedent.
Yes. Yeah. These women that's like, oh, first woman, whatever, first one. No. These women who did it truly against all odds.
Exactly, because women did not work out of the home at that time. That's not what they did.
And if they did, it was very limited into what they could do.
Exactly.
Very limited. I mean, I'm gonna go be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already got. I've been a ferry boat pilot, and I ran the trolley car, and I'm gonna be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a lawyer, and I'm gonna take my kid with me, And then I'm going to get a pilot's license because I want to fly because my kid wants to fly.
Right.
And so, yeah, I want to be able to still talk with him about things that we enjoy. So I'm going to go fly planes. and then I'm going to be an attorney for the city of Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And Southern Pacific Railway used her for all of their legal stuff.
Wow.
Right? Here is a huge company who says, we'll take that
nationwide.
girl.
Yeah, nationwide.
We'll take that girl right there. We know that, men run the show, but nah, we want this woman. We want this woman. And then I'll be the justice of the peace and I'll be the coroner.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got her pilot's license and she started flying planes, Parker didn't have an airport. Well, they do now. Yeah. She's like, I better make an airport so I have somewhere to land, so other people can come and have somewhere to land.
Wow.
It's just amazing.
It is amazing. Truly.
When I say I couldn't do it, I think that thanks to these women,
Mm-hmm.
we have kind of become soft.
Yes.
They plowed the way, they paved the way,
Yep.
and so we're just skipping along.
Yeah. We could go do whatever we want to now. We could work in any job we want to, including becoming a fighter pilot.
Right?
We can do those things.
Right.
And and it's because of women
like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, men are strong.
Mm-hmm.
And men said, hey, we're going out west. We're going to see what we find. And the women are like, okay, well, we're coming along.
Mm-hmm.
They had such a strength.
They had to have a strength.
They had to.
You figure
Oh my
you're
gosh.
crossing the plains in a wagon and you've got kids and then
Which is not comfy. Okay?
No, not comfy.
Wagons are not comfy.
And then you got attacked, and then you lost your children to diseases, and some of these women lost multiple children and had to bury their children
along the way. Yeah. So it's not even like you have a cemetery that you go and visit.
Right.
Because God knows where they're at.
Right.
And now what has been built over it?
Mm-hmm.
It's you couldn't ever go back.
Right.
Yeah.
Freezing to death and just all the starving to death.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that, her family being able to come out here, they had to have a little bit of something, but living in a tent,
Mm-hmm.
She was just a tough little cookie.
Yeah.
Because that's what she knew. And she's like, I'm just gonna, if I want to make it happen, it's gonna be up to me.
Yep.
And she did it. She did it.
Impressive.
Oh my gosh. Now they did go on to build Parker Dam,
Mm-hmm.
even though she protested it. There's some give and take there, but they did go ahead and build the dam. And that's going to bring us to what's hot in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That damn dam.
The dam
is what's hot. Parker Dam. Parker Dam really, when California was like, we need to do this, they made it into a hydroelectric plant.
Uh-huh.
And so now it provides for like Los Angeles, San Diego, San Bernardino counties.
Mm-hmm.
It does a lot. It also does a lot for Arizona and Nevada as far as utilities go. This dam is, because of its location and because of how far down they had to dig to hit bedrock, it is now the deepest dam in the United States.
Mm.
It goes down farther than it sticks up,
Mm-hmm.
and no other dam is built like that.
Hmm.
It is like 320 feet and 200 and like 35 feet is under the water line.
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow.
Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
That is just craziness to me. It is the deepest dam, I think, well, I guess it's in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The deepest dam in the world, because there's more underground than there is on top.
That's interesting.
It is very interesting. It's a concrete arch gravity dam. Honestly, I mean, it is cool because of the arch that it makes.
Mm-hmm.
I think all dams look kind of cool. To me, they're just amazing that they're holding back that much water.
Yes.
And they really are kind of beautiful. The only thing is it's a hydroelectric plant. So, like, right next to it, it's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit ugly. There's, like, all the generators, and it's a little bit ugly. But, you know. So it made, Lake Havasu, the lake right behind the dam.
Mm-hmm.
And that provides the water for California. Yip-de-doo, good for them, whatever. Whatever.
Stealing our water.
Oh my gosh. Now, you don't really want to go there when there are a lot of people.
Right.
You can drive across the dam.
Yeah?
It's very narrow.
Oh.
Very narrow.
Did you do it?
It's
Mm-hmm.
It is a 2-lane, okay? But it's not like you could drive a big truck. I definitely would not take like a truck and trailer or a motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go slow, just in case there's somebody else. And you can go over to the California side. And then if you go south, which is really a pretty drive,
Mm-hmm.
then you can come back across, like, I don't know, like 10 miles or so, and you can come back across into back to Arizona, which is, it's a nice little drive. Now, to get there, it's a long freaking way.
Yeah?
It's like a 2.5-hour drive.
Wow.
So you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
And then you get, you can take the 10 to, what is it?
95?
You can.
Mm-hmm.
You can go up to 70, is it 74? Goes through Vicksburg and Baus and Swansea. Ghost towns.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that route. And then you get up there and you just turn off onto Parker Dam Road. Go figure. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
What road should I take to the Parker Dam? Take Parker Dam Road. And it'll take you across the dam. You're there at the river. It's never really a bad day. I just don't like big crowds.
Yeah, same.
People get stupid in big crowds.
Right?
So do it on a day that when it's not a holiday weekend. Just go for a nice drive. Plan for a long drive. Find a place to eat while you're out there. There's plenty of places to eat. And just cruise across the dam. And remember that there was a woman who drove a ferry boat. Because once you do get to that river and you see how big it is in some places, and you're like, holy cow.
Well, yeah.
Holy cow.
The Colorado River is not it's not a stream.
No.
It's a big river.
And before that dam was there, that thing was raging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, yeah, it's a long trip out there, but it's a good trip. It's worth it, I think, to see things like that.
Yeah.
Those are like modern marvels in my mind,
Absolutely.
It's just craziness. But the fact that this woman was just so amazing. So amazing. That's all I got, though. I mean, there's a lot more to know about her, but truly, it would really fill like an hour, and I just don't have time right now. But I'd really like to keep exploring these women. I think next week is going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're taking a road trip.
Right on. Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we're going to take a road trip, I think, and meet some people and see some things. Yeah. So that is it. Head on out to Parker Dam. It's a damn good time. I hope you have a great week.
Thanks, you too.
I think I'm gonna.
Good.
I think it's gonna be a good week.
Good.
Yeah, got some things in store. Just real quick, when did your sister redo that furniture for me? That's been almost 10 years.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, my boys are finally putting knobs on the drawers.
Oh wow.
I finally, like 3 years ago, I finally found knobs
That's
that I
hilarious.
wanted. And now, when I get home today, I'm gonna have new knobs on the drawers.
That's awesome.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are watching on YouTube, please give us a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the notification button so that you know when we upload other videos, and share with your friends, because you never know who needs to hear this. Also follow us on Instagram, Hot in Arizona, so you can see pictures of all the fun places that we've been. And you can follow me, Scarlett, at HeartPrinceAZ on Facebook and Instagram.
And me, Kelly, Healthy Heart and Happy Soul on Instagram.
Yay! Have a good week!
Bye.